Whenever you're comfortable, open your eyes. Welcome back, dear friends. Welcome back. There's just that. I hope you're all with me. How was the meditation?
It was good, Jyotsna.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Good and deep.
Beautiful. So first of all, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to share my journey and experience with plant-based diet. You know, I was on this sattvic food, and I was on this challenge. I kept a challenge for myself. I'll be committed for 21 days, though I'll be continuing. And in that time, I got this beautiful offer to share my experience with you all. And I'm so fortunate to be here to to share my own experience about based on plant-based food. So thank you, dear friends. So my name is Jyotsna. So I stay in Austin, Texas, in US. So I became a vegetarian in the year 2011. That too, I was connected to a different organization. I was into connected to Sri Aurobindo and Mother. That time I was staying in California, and I was reading books, and I hopped on the question and answer session of vegetarian food and its importance. And from that time, I am a vegetarian, though I've been cooking for my family because yeah, for quite few years. And PSSM, Patriji, and all other masters had a great impact. Like the knowledge I received is so profound. So at that time, I decided I'll stop cooking also. Why should I stop? Why should I cook when I don't eat? Even in that way, I'm taking the karma, like by cooking the non-vegetarian food. So I told my family, like, you all can eat outside. But I've been educating my kids. My kids were small at that time by showing them videos of how animals were slaughtered, and how they cry and all, because all the kids, they are so much animal lovers. If they see any pet, they run towards petting it, hugging it, right? So that made sense for them. That made sense. So why should we eat when we really love and pet animals? So those videos made a huge impact, and they turned into vegetarians. It was, I know, for the desire and taste, it was a little bit, change is hard for anyone. It was a bit tough, but because of the truth and what I brought out, they slowly stepped out and changed into vegetarians, even my husband, my kids. So from that time, from 2018 onwards, we are all vegetarians. And my passion and interest lies in exploring, my dear friends, in exploring not only being a vegetarian, like how what further I can do to make earth a beautiful place to live. Like how can I change myself? So slowly I started researching about vegan diet, about the milk and other things. Not only about the diet, about the plastics. I became aware like how much trash I'm throwing, how much plastic we are consuming. Like trying to take trying to take steel spoon, like trying to cut off the water bottles. You know, here we bring this plastic water bottles. Even when we host small parties to big parties, we bring so much of plastic water bottles. So I stopped bringing plastic water bottles and offered and bringing water in bulk or some substitutes. And so even for the disposable spoons and forks, I used to just go for the steel spoons, are like order, like there are now like many ways also. We get here like wooden spoons and forks, which are earth friendly products. and all the products also which we use, especially the shampoos and everything, they all come in big plastic boxes. So yeah, slowly I was just introspecting myself and changing like each and every bit, like whatever I can do. So that's how my journey began. But when switching to vegetarian, where from vegetarian to vegan, there's so many changes in myself because there's so many health changes, which I wasn't anticipating, but they taught me beautiful lessons also along my way. So I hope all the audience here, like anyone, let me share my screen also. So we all know why to be a vegetarian first of all, right? From 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 eating meat to being a vegetarian, right? The first thing is compassion. We have to be compassionate to each and every being on earth. And the second one is we cannot eat any dead food. Whatever we eat should be full of life. Then only we get the energy from. That is the most important point, my dear friends. Our food should be lively. It should be nurturing. It should be coming from Mother Earth. So for example, like if any of us, like if any of the human dies, so we don't keep it for more than 2 days. Also, we try to dispose the body immediately, though it is our loved one. So what's the point in eating a dead animal when we are just disposing our human body within just 2 days, after the death? So why we are killing something and eating that dead animal? So it doesn't make sense. Like why we eat meat? That some say like it is for the protein, it is for the other things and all. But once we explore and know the truth, we will just we will one has to have that nature of introspecting the advantages, disadvantages, exploring the truth and going beyond. Then we all can make this a heaven on earth. So let me share my screen. I hope you all can see my screen. So if you see, there are 8 symptoms of good health, my dear friends. One is like the waste should be coming out from the body like 2 times a day, and it should be coming out without any constipation or without any issues. Should be like a banana. That is the first reason of good health. And the second one is we should stay in our weight should be normal weight according to our height, according to our muscle. And the third reason is we should have a clear skin. And the fourth reason is we should feel energetic throughout the day. And the fourth reason and the fifth reason is when we are we should experience a strong sense of hunger. Then only we can go and we can express gratitude and we can eat that food. Then it will be so much nourishing, that food, because I really observed it. When we fast and when we eat, we'll be full of gratitude towards that food. And when we take that, the fresh food, it will be so satisfying. We'll be so grateful. It will give energy to each and every cell of the body. And the third reason is like experiencing deep sleep. So we can, most of the times we experience, right? Even in vegetarian diet, what happens when we eat the oily foods like samosa or something like that, pakodi or something? Can you sleep well at night? No, my dear friends. And the other thing is, our order should be should not smell, my dear friends. Our breath and order shouldn't have an unpleasant smell. And the last one is, through a good diet, we experience positive thoughts. So, if any of this, so how many of you here would rate yourself on the scale of 8? You can type in the chat, my dear friends. 2 out of 8, 5 out of 8. Can you please type on your chat where you range from? I know most of us are on vegetarian diet, but even on vegetarian diet, can you rate yourself? Are you sleeping well? Yes, give 1 point. Are your bowel systems good? Give 2 more points. So if you have a clear, beautiful skin, 3 points. Feeling energetic throughout the day, 4, like that. 8 by 8, 7 by 8, 6 by 8. Beautiful. I see so many answers. Nice. 4, 6, and all. So, my dear friends, so what can we do to get ourselves into an 8 by 8 scale along with meditation? To have a good diet plan, my dear friends, to have a good diet plan, to know more about detoxing techniques, to know more about exercise. So I was also in the same range, like 4 or 5 out of 8. And then in early December, I took this workshop. This is from that workshop only I shared, the Sattvic Movement workshop, where like they teach how to eat a good Sattvic diet. And then like it was now today it is I am on 25th day of this workshop. I'll share my experience in a bit. And I'm almost closer to 8 by 8 cycle, 8 by 8 points. So, and coming to my experience, like though I knew about vegetarianism before coming to PSM and meditation itself, like Patriji has really had made a profound impact on me through his speeches and why everyone needs to be a vegetarian. So I really consider him as my great grandmaster on bringing more awareness about plant-based diet. So this is the beautiful I found some message I found somewhere. Why we have friends and others, like who cannot stop eating meat, dairy, and eggs, because for me, first thing is change. When you are so much habituated from your childhood, change is so different, so difficult. Unless you are really ready, you just want to make a difference in your life, then you start slowly incorporating whatever you learned. So these are all the feelings, right? The pride, jealousy, ignorance, anger, desire, greed, heart. So desire, greed, they all keep us away from the truth. So once we cross all these emotions, all these Arishat Vargas, we can move ourselves from the ignorance to the truth by trying to know more and changing ourselves. So let me share a bit about myself, my dear friends. So I was a non-vegetarian from my childhood. And then when I was a non-vegetarian, I was full of fears. At that time, I didn't know much about meditation also. I was feeling insecure. I was having many expectations on myself and everyone around me. I was always complaining also. So then, which then I shifted to vegetarian, vegan during the time period. Reading, doing meditation, reading more sattvic, more about food and other things. Even that time, I had lack of energy. I had conflicts, internal conflicts. Like, am I doing good? Am I eating good food? I was also having a little bit complaints and expectations. So I'll tell you why in a bit. When I changed completely into a vegetarian with no eggs, with no garlic and other things, the the first thing I observed is, I guess I wasn't. No, I was ready for a vegetarian, but I eventually moved from a vegetarian to a vegan diet, and then my family was on a vegetarian diet. So that process was tough for me. Then my kids are just moved into from non-veg to vegetarian. I have to satisfy their taste buds by cooking different types of meals for them. And uh, and my journey from vegetarian to vegan, I have to there's so many things which I cut off because with not having time. And I guess I was still in that mode, which I wasn't ready for a vegan diet, and then I changed. But then I noticed my health drastically changed also. At some point I found all my vitals when I went for a physical. All my B12, D, vitamin D, everything were down because I didn't pay much attention to myself. And um, and I was more like supporting my kids in their journey with vegetarian diet. But then recently, when I learned more about sattvic food, it really made a huge impact on myself. So right now, my dear friends, in this December, I am on a diet where I don't eat anything. Even I don't cook food even with the oil. I just eat mostly 80% of my 70% of my food is raw, and then I eat only one grain meal a day, and then I am on 16-hour intermittent fast daily, and then 1 day full fast, 1 day detox fast. So I really feel good about this diet. I notice my energy levels were up. I feel more confident, more grounded. I can feel that lightness in the body. I feel like constantly working. I'm so much in awareness. This really helped me improve. This is a big change in my lifestyle. And not only me, my husband is also on this diet. Who who again like me, who changed it to with different phases, and he also expressed the same. So I feel food is one of the major role that plays how we are in our daily routine, like how we act, how we are, and everything. So so if you are a vegetarian, try even though if you are a vegetarian, there is so much to learn, my dear friends. The journey never ends. That is what I noticed. Like, there is so much to learn now with this sattvic food. Yeah, is this ending? No, there is other things to learn for me. There is so many in other aspects, like how I am to check myself and more towards this journey. There is always a learning phase. So that is how my journey started. And um, and what is this workshop about? So this is a beautiful workshop, my dear friends. This workshop is organized by Sattvic Movement, their organization. So they host this workshop every 2 weeks. So they educate on being only on plant-based food, and When I was a vegan, I didn't know if I was getting enough nutrients. Yeah, I was on other supplements also, like vitamin B, vitamin D, because all my vitamin B, vitamin D, iron, all these were so low. So now I feel no, I'm not taking any supplements. I'm just taking sattvic food. I really feel good. I'm feel good because I feel whatever food I eat, it is giving me all the nutrients. Because this sattvic diet is more like eating more leafy vegetables, more vegetables, sprouts, and fasting. Yes, Sandeep, I'll share that sattvic workshop. It's such a beautiful workshop. They have their YouTube channel also, saying about everything. And sorry, I'm going more on vegetarian and sattvic food. So, anyone have any questions like why we shouldn't, why to be a vegetarian? First of all, I have few slides showing that also. So I can share that also. You are all more welcome to unmute yourself and talk. Let it be a friendly conversation, my dear friends, so that you can ask me questions and I can share. So one other thing, important thing is, my dear friends, why do we say not to eat egg, garlic, and mushroom? Coming to egg is again a menstrual product of the chicken. So even though like it is unfertilized, it remains as death, my dear friends. Remember in the starting of the session, I told like whatever we eat should be lively food, right? It should be full of life. Then only we get energy. So there is so eating egg is again is the discretion of the divine feminine, my dear friends. So and there is so much research on egg also, like we have health issues related to cholesterol, heart disease, and cancer. So egg is not a vegetarian food, my dear friends. And then coming to garlic, so onion and garlic come to the same family. So I know we eat onion, but garlic, my dear friends, garlic is both are very powerful medicine. But but it is different. Like we don't consume medicine daily, right? Like unless we have some very big chronic illness or something, we don't consume medicine daily. Like we just take it whenever we have fever and headache. And if we most of us meditators, we just try to meditate and get out of it, not even consuming medicine. So these both the garlic is a very strong nervous stimulant. So it is not encouraged to have it in a daily diet, my dear friends. And it doesn't, I have a friend with two small kids. So she told, like, when she gives, she noticed the change. So she stopped giving garlic for 1 week, and the kids were calmer, you know if she gave the garlic, they were so emotional. They were behaving hyperactive. So I just discussed casually this with friends, and they share their experiences. So you can try out also if you're still eating garlic. Let me take this challenge. Anything you try, it should be 41 days, my dear friends. Then only you will know your changes in your body, because change is tough. If you take 4 or 5 days, I was doing Navaratri time, I was doing a 4-day detox juice diet. My skin was so glowing. I was so happy. At the end of 4 days, the sixth day again, like I was eating normally. I again was like how I was in day zero before the juice diet. I was like that. So if you want change anything, my dear friends, if you want to either exercise also, keep the 41 day. Any change, it has to be like 41 day. Even for small thing, even if you want to test on a garlic also, keep the 41-day challenge to yourself. So it is also considered as tamasic, my dear friends. So And then why we don't eat mushroom? Again, mushroom is labeled as tamasic food, and it is a fungi, so we don't get anything from mushroom. Then why have it? I know most of the vegans, they go for mushroom because mushroom has vitamin D. They use it as a supplement. But no, my dear friends, it produces lethargy and mental dullness. So we have to stay out of all these three, along with along being a vegetarian. And then I hope you all know the importance of fasting, my dear friends. Fasting, fasting. I used to fast normally. I started a group where we all share our experience so that we can collectively fast, choosing one day in a week. Like Tuesday, we kept some day, and we used to share our experience the next day or end of the day. But I used to feel so low, so less energetic. The next day, I found myself I was eating so much. So I think I wasn't doing a proper diet. So when I heard this workshop, Sattvic Movement workshop, they also encourage fasting. So those signs like feeling tired, feeling like sleepy, feeling less energetic, those signs are like your body is detoxing, my dear friends. So don't take those signs as negative, you know, and start eating. Oh, this is not good for me. This week, let me not do. So don't step into that process. So so those are all signs like your body is detoxing. So for example, take your washing machine, my dear friends. Do you just put like 3 loads in a day? No, right? You want your washing machine like to not to be overheated, right? Even for that, you have like okay, let me just put 1 or 2 loads, even though if you have so many loads of laundry to do, right? Let me give rest for this day. Let me do it tomorrow. So your body is also like that. Like why should we continuously feed our body? It really needs rest. So when we fast, it gets complete rest, and then it would be very active and energetic the next day. And after fasting, eat normally and a slow pace, my dear friends. I did it myself. I used to eat so much after fasting. I used to be on sugars or other things because I think I was lacking energy. Your body went into that detox. So it's okay to sleep more or rest more when if you feel less energetic. Or but continue to do fasting like every once in a week. Juice fast once a 1 day juice fasting is encouraged. If you can't stay on juice, start with fruits. Stay on fruits all day. You take some fruits in the morning, afternoon, and dinner. Yeah, like that. Try, otherwise try like 1 day meal, just one meal, and the rest substitute with juice or fruit. So according to your own body, like listen to your body and go. And there is so much research on fasting, and there is a great movie on fasting also, like how like they cured like chronic diseases like cancer and other things just through a fast. So fasting is so much important, my dear friends. And I think there is no line, like if I check myself today, even the sugar has animal product in it, my dear friends. The more I check, everything has animal. Sugar is made of bone care. So even the normal sugar. So it's hard to draw a line like where like, are we really vegetarians? I say like, no, we aren't really vegetarians because unknowingly or unconsciously we still might be using some products, or we might be taking some foods which has animal products in it. Like I was prescribed vitamin B12 as I was running out of vitamin, and I was so keen that I don't want animal product in my vitamins. I called the pharmacy company. I was prescribed this medicine. Can you check if there is any animal product in it, any gelatin in it? They confirmed that it has that gelatin, or it is made of, it has some pork or something which it is made of, that vitamin B12. So I have to I have to again research for a vegan vitamin B12 or something like that and take it. So unknowingly, even though how much ever we say we are vegetarians, vegans, there is some part like unconsciously or unknowingly that that is there in our food. So by knowing more and more, and like we can stay away from all these products and be healthy, my dear friends. So it's already 9. I'll take up any questions. And before I take up, so there is these this movie has a huge impact. The Game Changers. It's so much of research, my dear friends. It's available in Netflix. My friend's family. She has 3 sons, and they are all non-vegetarians. By just watching this movie, 2 hours, they just converted to vegans from non-vegetarian directly to a vegan, not even a vegetarian. That much impact, that much research this movie has, my dear friends. So if anyone didn't watch, please watch this movie, The Game Changers. It's a beautiful movie. So much of research on on the food we eat. And the other thing is the fasting movie. There is a movie called Fasting also, my dear friends. To know more about why should we fast and what happens we fast. And I shared about Doctor. He did so much of research, my dear friend. Doctor, what is his name? Lanka. Oh, let me share it again. So if you type his name, you will know all the research. Yeah, Dr. Yoshinoro Oshumi. He is a Japanese scientist. He won the Nobel Prize for his research, my dear friends. He says that fasting is a super medicine. You know, now I wasn't ready for fasting at all. My body used to not to cooperate. When I saw that the importance of fasting, some movies, some research, and through how that workshop encouraged on fasting, my I made up my mind that I have to fast too. So I fast now from 8 p.m. to the next day till noon. Yeah, I'm almost fasting, my dear friends. I don't feel hungry at all. So every day I'm on 16 hours intermittent fasting, which is very good. Yeah. So change, and again, my dear friends, change is tough. You have to be bold. You have to make up your mind. Let me try this out. Let me try this out. Let me make myself a better version of. Let me see better version of myself. So take one by one. Don't. I wouldn't say like no, without much knowledge and research, I was just jumping here and there from vegetarian to vegan, then again from vegan to veg. I had a craving for tea with milk. So again, I was consuming tea with milk. And then I thought, okay, my vitals are all going down. Then I used to eat ghee also. I still prepare ghee and curd for my kids because I feel whenever they are ready, I can educate them on other nutrition more. But I still give them ghee and curd. They are still vegetarians, so I was flipping myself. Let me have a spoon of ghee. Let me have some tea with milk. I was, but when I attended that workshop, it was very nice points. I knew like what a complete diet should look like and everything. So it was really helpful for me. So let me stop sharing and take any questions, my dear friends. I'll also share this workshop details and everything in the chat. Yes, that is their website, my dear friends. I would suggest everyone to take that workshop. The upcoming workshop is on January 8th. It is more than what we learned. The really about the diet plans, how to come out of ourselves. Like they have their YouTube channel also. They give recipes also, and their recipes taste very good. Though we are not cooking with oil, using not using any ingredients because I've been cooking for the past 1 month. and I really feel good. Even my husband really feels good with all the food we cook and eat together. So, yes, dear friends, any questions? My daily routine? Yes, Shalja Garu. So, at 12, I have breakfast. I thought I could share my photos also. You know, my photos were so huge to copy in June. But yeah, I'll share it sometime. My beautiful, I took some photos of my breakfast and lunch. So I'll forward it to Ramya so she can share in the group. So at 12, I have my breakfast. With what? With fruit. So this much of fruit, my plate, half plate will be filled with fruit, any local fruit, whatever is readily available. So they don't encourage banana in this diet. So anything, any local fruit, grapes, pomegranate, papaya, any fruit, half plate would be that apples, and other half would be a handful of sprouts. And the sprouts, they don't encourage the moong or chenna sprouts because those are heavy to digest. So they suggested us only four types of sprouts, that two water based sprouts. These water based sprouts are like they have more water content in it. Again, this moong, chenna are also heavy to digest. So these are like alpha, clover, radish, and methi. So I have a handful of sprouts and fruit. That is my breakfast at 12, at noon 12. And then after 2 3 hours, I take a I take a sattvic meal, one grain meal, my dear friends. So this grain should be either brown rice, should be either cracked wheat, or should be what else? It should be whole, like a steel cut oat or something like that. It should be a whole grain, and if it should be, if you take one grain this much, there should be three portions of veggies in it. So again, these veggies should be mostly not starchy vegetables. They should be like water based vegetables, like wattle gourd, all gourds, whatever you can eat, like cucumber and other things. Mostly I cook khichdi, and they how can you sustain without oil? We eat a lot of coconut in this, the fresh grated coconut we pour. Like you have to go to their YouTube channel. They share beautiful recipes. So I eat that one grain meal with three cups of vegetables. Like I either cook khichdi or some or vegetable and cracked wheat separate, like that. So that is my one grain meal in a day. And after that, after 2 hours, I have some juice. And juice is mostly a leafy vegetable, and again like a bottle gourd or whatever, or cucumber, one full cup of juice. I feel this juice is so much important, or like sometimes orange juice or any juice, but mostly it would be a leafy vegetable juice. And then at 8 p.m. I end up with a salad, um, any salad. Salad with no dressing, my dear friends. You can make your own dressing with cashews or something like that. They share, if you go to their YouTube channel, they share the beautiful salad recipes also. But I just grab whatever is available in my fridge, mostly cucumber, broccoli, because broccoli is gives so much of calcium. It should be in the meal, I would suggest. So I would make sure I eat broccoli, cucumber, and tomatoes, whatever is there, and I make my own salad. So I end up that's my last meal, my dear friends, and then I'm on 16-hour fast. So I am, to be frank, I hosted party yesterday. I cooked so much of food, but I didn't have the craving at all to taste something. And I went to my friend's house. There was so much of pakodi, so much of mirchi. So I didn't even slightly, I didn't have the desire also to taste little bit also. So I really feel full with my diet. It really is so much satisfying. I really lost. I'm so thankful. I lost all the cravings for all those all types of food. Yeah, and I was on vacation to my friend's house, And in fact, like in challenge, I really don't want to break up, even to please my friends. So I took up their kitchen and I cooked up Satvik meal for all of them, and they all enjoyed, my dear friends. So it's a beautiful. You should try. You should just, like, one meal. You should just try. Go to their YouTube channel. Try their meal. Even if at first, when I saw someone forwarded all their recipes, oh my goodness, these are so hard. Who will have time and patience to make like this? You know. Now, like, I am just into making that. No other food. Right? It takes time slowly because change is tough, and anything to make, even easy food, it will be hard. It takes time, but eventually you'll get used to, because cooking has to be slow. You can't cook fast, and you are cooking here, like, because you don't use any ingredients. You have to cook slowly so that they are nicely boiled, and and after you put the tomatoes, you can't on the stove, because they just spread the tomatoes with that steam itself. This tomatoes has to be cooked, so you should have more patience in cooking, but it's not that hard now. Like, whatever it is, I just spend time, take some time out of my day, even though at work, cook nicely. And the best thing about it is, after cooking and eating this meal, I don't feel like sitting on the table and having the meal. I feel like sitting down, putting my plate, and then having it so nicely. So it's so beautiful. We already had crossed 10 more minutes. Yes, I'm sorry for taking more time. Any more questions, my dear friends?
Hello, Jyotsna garu. Thank you very much for the wonderful session, Annie. Actually, I was telling my wife in last 2 days back and saying that we need to plan something. We need to do a 41 days of challenge on the food. So when I see your poster coming in, the flyer coming in, so this was the session I'm looking after. So thank you very much for the wonderful session.
Thank you, Sandeep. Thank you. Yes, my dear friends. Yeah, change is tough. So take the challenge for yourself. Even a small thing, even like something you want to change, but you think that is tough and difficult. Take a challenge to yourself. Okay, let me take like 21, 41, whatever it is. Let me do this for 41. Even though, like, you might not be eating more fruits in your day, in your daily meal. So take up a challenge. 21 days, I'll eat daily one apple, or one full bowl of fruits, something like that.
Wonderful session, ma, Jyotsna.
Thank
Really,
you.
your inspiration to all of us, you can say, because just being a vegetarian, we feel we have done a lot, isn't it? So to become vegan, also, we have. I'm feeling we have to plan nicely, but you have succeeded in. You went far away, so you're a real example, and you're a real inspiration for us, because you have
Thank
given
you. Thank you.
guidance also, nice guidance you have given, nice tips you have given. uh, Let me try to become the
Thank you,
company.
Nirmala ji. I was having that from inside from long time, like, I was reading this Krishna slokas. So this Krishna slokas, there is slokas on sattvic food, tamasic food, and rajasic food, right? So I was reading all these slokas, and then Untold Story of Sita, a book, if
Yeah.
you all read it. So always Mother Sita cooked good food with lot of herbs and other things, like, all Shiva and whoever ate her meal used to be praising. It used to be like, how Mother Sita cooked food like that, because at that time only few ingredients were available, and she used to just go pluck something and cook like this. And I was so having that inner thing, like, to learn more about sattvic food through these slokas also. How can one be a sattvic food? Because see, even like this tamarind, everything, it has like tamasic or rajasic, and like, it's in this society, with this meals, one cannot be a true one cannot, it's so hard to be a sattvic food. Then, like, this workshop came up as a blessing, and I really came to know more about sattvic food. Then I feel like when I cook, then I used to think, okay, Sita might have cooked in this way with all the herbs and all the vegetables. So,
So nice, Jyotsna. That correlation is very nice, like how Sita
Yeah,
Mata cooked, and that you took as inspiration, and you implemented whatever we think we attract. Maybe you thought like that, you attracted that Sattvic food challenge, and you implemented nature.
exactly, Ramya. Exactly. I had that from deep down, like
Mm.
to try that meal, like how they cook, and to learn more about that, and it just came my way. For every one of us, if we have something from our deeper, it will just come like in either form.
Right, right.
great.
And thank you
Yes.
so much. After asking, without saying no, you you came you you came to the session, and shared your wisdom. Thank you so much for joining us.
No, in fact, thank you so much for you all for listening. I was whenever we try something and we feel so good, we want to share it, right, with friends or anyone. So this really is a great opportunity for me. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, most welcome. And thank you.
Thank you
Thanks to
so much.
you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your great wisdom, experience, everything. Thank you so much.
Thank you. My pleasure. So again, thank you, Ramya, Sandeep, everyone, for this beautiful session. Okay, yeah, you all can let me know, like, their YouTube channel is also called Sattvic Movement, if you want that. Like, any other questions, there's so much of material. I know Sandeep is a great master. He collected so much of material, and I loved his presentation, which we had few months back in US session. So yeah, we have masters all around us.
Jyotsna, I just want to know in fruits why we avoid banana. Why should we?
Banana again is heavy, right? So that's why they told no banana. But I take it sometimes, like, because it is handy and available everywhere.
That's good.
So I take it rarely. But when I'm in the house and when I have all fruits around, I don't take it that much. And it is a heavy fruit, so they don't encourage that. They don't encourage much, so many nuts also in this diet, because our body is completely water, so they encourage mostly water based vegetables and water based fruits.
And what about sprouts? You were saying water-based sprouts. I didn't note down.
Yeah, there are different sprouts. We don't even eat the dal also, dal or chenna or anything, because these water based sprouts keep us lighter, and at the same time they have so much of protein in them, and
Okay.
they are so easy to make also. It's a 5-day process, but they are easy to make. Once you may get used to it, you won't feel it tough. Like methi sprouts, methi is the one, right, which we make frequently. So it has to be this much of sprout. Like, if the 5-day process will give you this much of sprout, along with methi there are 3 more sprouts: alfalfa, clover, and radish.
Okay.
So I just alternate, like, and if you go to their video, they show they clearly how to sprout also. One of the video is like how to make sprouts, and they say, and they give so much of detoxing technique also. We all know, like, sunbathing is good, spending in the sun, like a few minutes a day is good, but how much we do, they really enforce, like for vitamin D, where we have to spend in the sun. After, like, attending their workshop, then I started taking 15 minutes away, sitting in the sun or working in the garden. I started that. Why should I take vitamin D when there is so much of sun energy around us?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, dear friends. Thank you all for attending. Thank you, Ramya. Shall we end the session?
Yes, yes, Jyotsna.
Yeah. Thank you,
So
Jyotsna,
nice,
once again. Thank you,
so
Ramya,
nice to.
for calling her.
Yeah,
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Have a nice day. We'll meet again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am. Thank you. Same to
Yeah,
you.
yeah,